Hey, it's Dorleen, and today I'm challenging myself with a monochromatic layout. I decided to use the color green, and I'm using kind of four just random greens that I pulled from my stash. Now, there's only one of the papers in here that actually told me where it was from, and the rest had nothing, no information in the back, so I couldn't even tell you. But I took a sketch from this Make It From the Heart book collection from Close to My Heart. I'm not really focusing on it because it is a paid book and I'm not sure. I know there's rules you're not supposed to share. But when you look at the pieces as I'm putting it together, I think you can figure out the cutting sizes. The one thing I like about these books from Close to My Heart is they do give samples and a couple different samples of the sketch. Plus, they give you all the cutting guides, so that's really cool. So this piece of paper that I'm putting on right there, the one on the far left, and I'll also do the exact same thing on the right-hand side. But that one piece of paper is a Close to My Heart piece of paper, and it's a Christmas pattern paper, but it works perfectly for what I'm doing. The one thing that I did different as well is that one piece that's a 1/2 inch strip on both sides. Those were also supposed to be cut down as the same block of the other ones, but I kept them 12 inches so that they can go across the whole page. I just like that look. I thought it was kind of neat and unique. And that's another thing I like about using these sketches is I use them a lot kind of to put, let me see how to say this, to put some paper or some variety on the base, but then I kind of do my own thing as far as photo placement and embellishments and things like that. So right now I'm just playing with the photos. I've already printed these before, not really knowing what my base was going to look like as far as all those wallet sizes. And then those 4x6s, I have a few of them, and I'm going to use a flip flap on those. So that'll be really cool. And that's what I'm showing you right here. That's once I get the flip flap, that's just showing you how it's going to be. And those are the last pictures that I have of this particular hiking day. So I wanted to make sure I use them all in this one layout. So if you are a subscriber of mine, you know that I put together a kit of this Hiking 2020 album. So a lot of outdoorsy stuff, colors and scheme and this and that. So I'm going through some of these Cricut cutouts or cutouts that I've done already, and nothing was really shouting at me. I did decide to keep the moose, and then I made that other Take a Hike title that's over on the right. And the thing that's really cool about using your Cricut is you can resize them to big, small, however you want it to fit on your page. So I did play with a little bit on the size. I like the size that I used. I glued them down and realized later I probably shouldn't have done that because I really wanted to move one, but that's okay. It all worked out. I decided to put the vanilla cardstock on those two areas, which you saw me in a little bit, because I'm going to use those as a very small journaling spot and also like a subtitle spot. And the little trees that I'm putting down right there, those were the negative part of that title that I did. So instead of tossing those, I cut them down and I'm using that to start a third kind of embellishment cluster up there by the journaling box. So I thought that was a really good use. And the one thing that's nice about the Close to My Heart papers is those trees are cut from the same paper, and it'll be light shade on one side and a little bit darker on the other, or vice versa. So you can see the difference on those, but it really is just one sheet of paper, which I really think is pretty cool. So once I decide on all that, I did grab some green washi, and now I'm just adding those to the 3 clusters. In a little bit, you'll see me put some green enamel dots and I believe some cork arrows, but that'll be done in a little bit. And those are just to add a little bit of extra embellishments on those clusters, and also a way to continue with the monochromatic color scheme that I'm doing, and also to use up some of my stash. I don't use washi very often, so when I feel like I'm going to do it, I feel like I need to do it. So I grabbed 2 washi tapes for that. And again, some enamel dots later, which you'll see me put out and fiddle with those. Let's see. If you are noticing, the journaling boxes are pretty small. This is the second double page spread for this particular hiking day. So I had a lot of journaling on another one, and this one is really just kind of a little bit of story that I didn't tell on the other one. So I wasn't too concerned about, having a huge journaling spot or continuing to add to this story. Mentioned earlier about adding enamel dots and the cork arrows, so that's what I'm doing right here, just finishing up the layout. So I'm really excited about how this layout turned out. I wasn't sure with the monochromatic because it's a lot of green, but the blues in those pictures just really pop, and I just love the way it turned out, and I hope you agree. And if you do, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. If you'd like to see more videos from me, you can also hit the notification bell. Just FYI, I did make a goal in 2022 to post at least 2 videos a week. One of those videos will be of scrapbooking, and the other one is whatever I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. That information will be down below as well. I hope you're enjoying this, and I'll see you next week. Bye. And before I actually do leave, I do want to mention that when you look at the final pictures, I did add some splatter on some of the corners by the clusters. I also added, it's just a little bit more journaling, but basically this is the final project. And thanks again for watching. Bye.